Yeah, hi there. These comments are for MT. I'm using your initials for privacy purposes, and I am Michael Buckoff. And I am going to listen to your pronunciation pretest for vowel and consonant sounds. So I'm downloading part A right now. So let's see what we have. So you're reading the pairs of words which focus on all vowels and all consonants of American English. And second, you're answering those personal experience questions in Part B to give me further information about your speaking, your intelligibility, and your overall fluency of American English, so I can give you an intelligibility score. All right, so first of all, let's go to Lesson 7.
Part A. Part A.
Notice that first word, Part A. No, it's Part A. So first of all, you want to pronounce your P with a lot more air than you're doing right there. Okay? Now that last word is though, not though, but those. So be careful of the O, the long vowel sound. You want to carry that sound out a little bit longer.
Map, mop, tuck, talk, on,
mock, mock, mac, mock. I got it. So in Lesson 8, the pot, mop, talk, on, mock. Sometimes you're kind of pronouncing that more as the O, the mock, but it's mock. So I think in Lesson 8, focus on that second vowel sound.
Bright, blonde, boil, lie,
okay.
Loud, loyal, pie, pond,
all right.
Gate, get, late, let, mate, met, blade, bread, Dane, den, meat, meat, peat, pit, leap, lip, seat, sit, heat, hit, look.
Okay, let's try Lesson 10 and 11 one more time when we listen to those. Give me a quick second.
Meat, meat, peat, pie, pond, gate, get,
okay.
Late, let.
Should be late, let.
Mate, met.
No, mate, met. So you need to carry the longer sound longer than what you're doing.
Blade, bread, Dane, den.
So I think in lesson number 10, that first vowel, the longer vowel, gate, late, mate, blade, Dane, still need to make that a little bit longer than what you're doing.
Meat, meat, peat, pit, leap, lip.
It's a little bit hard to hear the distinction here. Meat, met, peat, pit. So it's probably the lips. You want to widen the lips a little bit more, tighten the lips, and then the tongue inside, it needs to be harder when you say meat, peat, leap, seat, heat.
Seat, sit, heat, hit.
So lesson number 11, focus again on the longer vowel, the first vowel sound in that lesson.
Look, luck, took, tool, tough, could, cool, much, mush, cheap, sheep.
Good.
Feature, fisher.
All right.
Shaft, shaft, cheer, sheer.
Good on the CH and SH sounds.
Of, half, have, fine, vine, fun, van.
I think the V, when it's in the initial part of the word, like vine, fine, vine, fan, van. You need to make that V with a little bit more vibration.
Wafer, waver. How?
The first one's wafer and then waver.
Habit, rehash, behavior, hate, Batman.
Again, the word hate, hate.
Written, important, brightening, hard luck, threatened, major.
Okay, in lesson 15, I want you to focus on the glottal stop. In American English, we'll say Batman, bitten, important, brightening, hat rack, threatened. Now, if you pronounce it like bitten, Batman, important, brightening, hat rack, threaten, you can pronounce it like that. There's no problem with your intelligibility, but I just want you to be aware of what the glottal stop sound is and how to produce that sound, so at least you can recognize it when you're talking with native speakers. Okay, let's go to the next lesson.
Major, fragile, fragile.
No, very tough. Lesson 16, watch out.
Legend, legion.
So it's major, measure, fragile, Frazier, legend, legion.
Engine, Azure, large, Asia.
Okay, you did the last sound okay, so you know how to make the sound, but it's harder when it's in the middle of the word. That's what I'm saying here. For example, the word measure, Frazier, legion, azure. So those you had a lot of trouble with in this lesson.
Cake, keg, sink, sug,
Okay?
came, game, cap, gap, lake, lug,
Okay.
lean,
Let's keep going here.
rear, better, luggage, luggage, other, right, light, committed,
Not bad. Pretty good on those.
base, base, flop, flop,
This is the one you're having big trouble, lesson 19. I already pointed out the P initially. Here's the key here, MT, that you got to look at, is when the P is at the end of the word, because it's a voiceless consonant, the vowel is shorter, which precedes it. On the other hand, if the B is at the end of the word, the vowel sound which precedes it's a little bit longer. So then, if I say the two words, I'll say flap, flab, cap, cab, lap, lab. You're kind of saying the two words with the same length of the vowel sound, but because of the B is at the end, you need to make the vowel a little bit longer so it's easier to understand the different words that you're saying there.
cap, cab, lap, lab,
So lap, lab, cap, cab.
pay, bay,
Again, not bay, but pay, pay, bay. Think of it like this, MT. How about this? What if you take this word here, you say the P, so you say pay, pay. You're saying it more like bay, bay, but it's pay, pay. You see that? So you got to pronounce that P with more air.
rice, ride, sip, zip,
Good?
zoo, zoo, maze, maze,
Yeah, I think the Z sound in lesson 20 is also difficult for you. So, lies, zip, zoo, maze, Eliza.
eraser, multiple, robot, example, pressure, principle, number, people, philosopher.
Okay, good.
Organism, written, maximum, question, summer, reason, just, often, tip, dip, card, card, tight, tide, train, drain, fat, fad, team, dream.
This is pretty good. Not bad with the T and the D.
Tie.
Now, the first word is not tie, but thigh. Thigh. These are interdental consonants, which means you want to put the TH in between your teeth when you produce this sound. Thigh, thigh. And we're actually differentiating here between the voiceless and the voice interdental consonant.
Tie. Breath. Breathe. Teeth. Teeth. Though. Was. Worthy.
Okay, so we got it. So I think lesson 24, you also need to focus on, so what do we know right now in part A? So here's the key. You want to go through all my pronunciation lessons. Make sure you're practicing all the exercises. Sometimes it may take you a few times of practice before you get more comfortable with these sounds. Now, here are the lessons I want you to focus on the most, but keep in mind, you should be going through all of my pronunciation lessons, right? But here are the lessons you're having more trouble with, and this is why you took this diagnostic pretest to see specifically which vowel and which consonant sounds you're having more trouble with, especially in regards to your intelligibility. That is the key here. Okay, lesson number 7, 8, 10, 11, lesson 14, lesson 15, 16, 19, 20, and also lesson number 24. Okay, now I'm going to listen to part B. You're going to answer some personal experience questions. This is going to give me further information about your speaking. Okay, hold on. Give me a quick second. The light just went off in my room here.
I did med school and I studied my career as a doctor. I did med school and
Not I graduated. I would say graduated from med school is probably better there. So put the preposition in there.
I studied my career as a doctor 4 years ago.
Okay. Now say career. Career.
And I worked for a doctor. I worked for a hospital for 2 years, and then I changed the job. I started working for public sector.
You studied what now? Let me go back.
I started working for
Yeah, that. I'm not sure what you're saying there.
public sector 2 years ago.
Okay.
And
For the most part, though, here's a good thing. You're using your past tense verbs to talk about actions with clear beginnings and endings in the past. So that shows some control with your language use. That's a good sign.
that's it.
Okay, you're just not very fluent, though. That's really what I'm finding out here. So let's go to your second question. Let's see how you answered that one. All right, here we go.
This is because I want to get up.
Okay, so you're answering the question, why is it important for you to improve your speaking and pronunciation abilities of American English? All right?
This is because I want to get a good score in TOEFL. Next year I'm going to United States to study health informatics. I want to go to
You might say I'm studying health information, maybe? Is that what you're trying to say?
Hopkins University, and they required over 100 TOEFL score, but now
I would say they require 100, or they require a 100 TOEFL score, or 100 on the TOEFL exam, if you want to say it that way.
80. So I want to improve my speaking delivery.
Okay.
This is because
Okay, let's go back. So your third question is, what do you hope to achieve in this course? And I'm downloading your comments to this right now. Here we go.
I want to achieve in this course to obtain a native like intonation and pronunciation and finally get a good score in speaking or another section in TOEFL.
Native-like speaking, my goodness, wow, have you got a hill to climb. Not going to lie to you, I got to be honest here. So I'm going to put you on a scale of 1 to 7. 1 is a high beginner of American English, and 7 is a near native speaker. I'm going to put you maybe at about 2.5 out of 7. So for whatever reason, your speaking skills are not very good, and you have a lot of pronunciation problems. You have some vocabulary limitations, you have grammatical limitations, and it's making it difficult for you to communicate in English. So obviously using my course is good. I'm going to recommend you spend a lot of time in the vocabulary and the pronunciation and the grammar parts of my course. This is where you want to focus a lot right now, because this helps you develop a really good foundation of English, right? In addition, make sure read newspapers in English every day. You can read magazines in English, medical journals if you like. You should also read books. Now, as you're reading that information, you can jot down some notes. You can take notes on what you're reading and then practice re-explaining this information using your own speaking and using your own grammar and your own vocabulary to do it. So right now, for whatever reason, you're just not very comfortable speaking English. That's what I'm getting from the pretest right now. Now, I understand also it's difficult to communicate, using a microphone and talk to somebody you don't even see, which is me, right? Or who is me? So that's also a difficult thing. So, but really work on getting as much exposure to the language as you can. Remember, don't give up. My job is to help you understand what your problems are. I can also recommend specific lessons to help you get better, right? So if you keep working on your end, I will continue to provide feedback on my end. In time, you will find that you will significantly improve your overall speaking, intelligibility, and fluency of American English. You will get there. It may take you a few months, but you will be able to get there. Alright, so far, what did we learn in this video? How about 2 things? Number 1, I told you specific vowel and consonant sounds that you can study in order to improve your intelligibility. Number 2, I gave you an intelligibility score of 2.5 out of 7. So once you get to the end of the pronunciation section of my course, you can take the post-test and you can compare your post-test score with the score that I gave you right now. Alright? So anyway, thank you very much for doing the pretest. I'm glad to have you as one of my students, and don't get frustrated. Remember, the more you practice, the better you're going to get.